Happy Vesak, everybody. And for those of you who wanted to offer a robe, didn't have the chance, there'll be a chance later on in a few moments. But right now we want to give some blessings. One of those is to give the precepts, the 5 precepts, and there's a few of you taking 8 precepts today, which is a wonderful thing to do. But please, I have to tell that story. I went to one Vesak ceremony once, and some people told me they were keeping the 13 precepts. And I hadn't heard about that before, the 13 precepts. I said, what are those? And they said, well, we keep the 8 precepts in the morning until noon, and after noon we change to the 5 precepts. Because the main thing with the 8 precepts is not eating anything after noon. And so if you only keep the 5 precepts in the morning, keep the 8 precepts in the morning, that's like not keeping the precepts at all. So anyway, I'm not going to give the 13 precepts today. 5 precepts or 8 precepts. Make sense? Okay. And also, over in northeast Thailand, when I saw this, you always put your hands up in Anjali whenever you keep precepts, or take the precepts. And so, when I was a monk there, when Ajahn Chah was alive, it would never happen. You see some people putting one finger down. And I'd never seen that before. You know what this means? That people chant the 5 precepts, they only keep 4. And if you look a bit closer, you find a few people. 3, 2, 1. So the most important thing is, if you're going to take them, please keep them. And if it's a 5 precepts, at least it's Vesak day. Please at least keep it for one day. And 8 precepts. It's amazing just how many people do keep the 8 precepts, but just for one day of the year on Vesak, which is very impressive. So if you do that, well done. It does mean that you can go to the tables to get food first. You have priority, because you're on 8 precepts. You can't eat anything later on. So anybody who is on 8 precepts, please give them priority at the food tables. Okay, so I'll start taking this down. We'll give the 3 refuges first of all, and then, do you want to actually ask for that, the precepts? Because you're very good at asking for precepts, Sompop.
Asking for 8 precepts first?
No, just for precepts. Yeah, but I'll give the 5 first and then the 8. So would you like to ask?
I think you guys know the word anyway, so please we join together at the same time. Okay? If you have please bow 3 times first. Please bow.เชิญนะครับพลังจิตพร้อมๆกันนะครับมะยังคันเตอิสรเนนะสหปัญจศีลานิยาจามะทุติยัมปิมะยังคันเตอิสรเนนะสหปัญจศีลานิยาจามะตติยัมปิมะยังคันเตอิสรเนนะสหปัญจศีลานิยาจามะ
Very good. So do the Namo Tassa first. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Now everybody who's keeping the precepts, the 3 refuges. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tisarana gamanang nititang. Now everyone keeping the precepts, the first 2 of the precepts are always the same. So everyone who's keeping any number of precepts, please chant the first 2. Panatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Adinadana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. And now the 5 precepts. Kame sumichachara veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. And now just those who are keeping the 8 precepts. Abrahmacharya veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. I thought some of you may not be paying attention and say Abrahmacharya anyway, which means you would have to keep the 8 precepts today. But you're paying attention, well done. Now everybody, Musawada veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. And everybody, Sura meraya majapamadhatana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Now only those keeping the 8 precepts from now on. This is the important one, to vow not to eat anything in the afternoon or evening. Vikala bhojana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. And the next precept is not to be singing or dancing or looking at entertainment. A very simple one to chant. Nacha gita wadita visuka dasana mala gande wili panadavana mandana vibhusanatana. Simple. Veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. That's good enough. And now not to use luxurious furnishings. Uchasayana mahasayana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. That's called like the restrain from using high and luxurious seats. And I sometimes wondered, when you go on an aircraft and you travel at 35,000 feet, is that breaking the 8 precepts? it's certainly a high seat. Okay, and now we just give the little blessing for that, for all of the precepts. Imani pancha cha atasikāpadāni silena sukating yanti silena bhoga sampada silena niputing yanti tasma silang visodaye. Excellent. So first of all, well done everybody for seeing the beauty and the benefit of keeping precepts. I know once one person once asked, what's the point of like lay people keeping 8 precepts? And it shows like at least once a week or once a fortnight that if you keep those 8 precepts, it just changes, you and the way you can be restrained. Every now and again, somebody may get sick and go to hospital for a couple of days, and you can't see things, you can't watch the TV or something, and you can't be with your partner. At least once a week or once a fortnight, you have to do without, which means that when you're forced to do without for some other reasons, and you're already trained that way, you get used to it, and it means you don't miss one another as much. So this is some of the benefits of keeping things like 8 precepts. And you must admit that all those years when I was just growing up, still a lay person before I became a monk, I would enjoy keeping those 5 precepts. I became trustworthy, and also that I didn't have any sense of possible guilt. Even I do remember those early years at Bodhinyana monastery. Sometimes a policeman would come into the monastery, and he could tell who's been keeping the 5 precepts, the visitors, because some of the anagarikas, or not anagarikas, but visitors, as soon as a police car came in, they would disappear somewhere. And all it was a policeman needed to come and ask me. Sometimes they would say that somebody has died and I have to be informed that they passed away to organize their will or whatever. Nothing wrong. The police weren't looking for any sort of body to take away with them. But it was just that sometimes we always feel, what have I done? Have I done something wrong? We feel guilty. And sometimes, if you're keeping things like precepts, you always feel very, very safe and you're nothing to worry about. And even policemen can be your friends. Not just even policemen. Just as many of you know, I just come back from Indonesia, where I was giving some talks in a little retreat, and I found it very difficult to actually get into the country. I had a visa, I had all the documents, but the one thing which I needed, which I couldn't get, was the customs form to enter the country. And I said, well, how do you do that? What do I need to fill out? Do you want to have a look at all the possessions I'm bringing in? They said, no, you've got to fill something out on your iPhone. And that was a problem, because I'm a good monk, I do not possess an iPhone. Because I didn't possess a mobile phone, they didn't know what to do with me, and I couldn't do anything, so I thought, I'm not going to get into the country. But you know how I got into that country? It was in Medan. It was the customs officer there. I had to talk to them, and they took one look at me, and they said, are you Ajahn Brahm? I said, yeah. They'd read my book when they were very young, and that helped them through a difficult time, their teenage life. I said, oh, you helped me. You mean you haven't got a mobile phone? And they understood why, being a monk. So I said, that's no problem. So she filled out all the forms for me and passed me through. I always remember stories like that. If you're kind and good to others, so many other people will help you. Even sometimes, the fact that I don't have a mobile phone, what happens if you get stuck anywhere? It doesn't matter. One of our monks, some years ago, they went to see their family over in New Zealand, and when they were coming back, I asked, when are you arriving at Perth Airport? And they said, I'm not telling you. Because they were going to test out their good karma. They arrived, I don't know what flight it was, and they said, I'm just going to get out of the airport, and start walking. It's a long way from Perth International Airport to Serpentine. They're prepared to do that. You know how far they walked? About 200 meters, maybe less. And then a car stopped. You're one of the monks from Serpentine? Because we've got a good reputation, and as many people know us, even here, that meant to get in the car. And you got a lift, all for free, not booked, not paid, all the way from Perth Airport to Bodhinyana Monastery. No problem at all. So that sometimes, when you're a good person, you don't have to worry about anything. Other beings come to your service. So I like stories like that. It means that if you understand the precepts, you see their value works in so many amazing, amazing ways. And that's a wonderful thing to see. Even years ago, one last story. Please don't let me tell any more stories, otherwise I'll miss lunch. Many years ago, one of our members here, the Thai lady, she was just helping doing the flowers on a Friday evening, and there was another lady, a Laotian lady, and she was coming to try and get some sort of help. She was crying her eyes out. Her mother was in Oregon, Portland, and she was here in Western Australia. She said she just got a quick message from her mother that she was dying, and there was not really much chance that she could survive a few more days. And she really wanted to go and visit her mum one last time over in the United States, and she was here in Perth. She didn't have much money, she was a refugee. And she said, well, how can I get there? What can I do? And she was crying her eyes out, and the Thai lady was just arranging the flowers, just put her hand in her handbag, took out a checkbook. Remember the checkbooks we used to have? And she wrote something on the check and gave this lady a blank check, all signed. Said, go and see your mum, doesn't matter how much it costs. And this lady who gave the blank check to this Laotian refugee, she didn't have much money, she was on a pension, but she gave that money anyway. And that's the sort of thing which happens when you're on precepts. You don't need to worry. If something is needed, some very kind person will come up and help out. And those are the things, sort of things which I've seen in my life. If it's really necessary, we'll find a way. And that's a beautiful thing about keeping precepts. So anyway, the next thing we're supposed to do is for me to be quiet. Is that a good idea? And then we'll do some chanting for you, especially for Vesak. And of course, we make the holy water as well. So if those of you who don't like a soaking, don't worry, it's a warm day today. So you'll soon so dry off. Then you better get out while the going's good. Otherwise, we get a nice blessing for you. So let's start off. You ready? Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato
arahato samma sambuddhassa. Asevana cha balana panditanan cha sevana puja cha pujaniyana etama galamutama patirupade sawaso cha pube chakata punyata atasama paniti cha etama galamutama bahusacha chasi pancha vinayo chasusikito subhasita chayavacha etama galamutama mata pitupatana puttadara sasangaho anakula chakamanta etama galamutama Dhammancha Dhammacharyachayatakana Chasangaho Anawajanika Manietama Galamutama Arati Virati Papa Majapana Chasanyamo Apamado Chadamesu Etamangalamutama Garawo Chaniwato Chasantuti Chakatanyuta Kalena Dhamma Sawana Etama Galamutama Kanti Chasoachasata Samanana Chadasana Kalena Dhamma Sakacha Etama galamutama tapocha brahmacharya sachana dasana nibbana sachikiriya chaeta mangalamutama Buddhasta mehi citang yasanakam patiyasokang virajang kema etamangalamutamang etatisa nikatvanasa Bhattamapara Cita Sabata Soti Gacchanti Tante Sangmangalamuttamanti Yang Kinchi Vetang Idawa Hurangwa Sage Suwayang Ratanang Panita Nano Sama Atitata Gatena Ita Pibuddhe Ratanang Panita Etena Sache Nasuatiho Tukayang Viraga Amatang Panita Yata Jaga Sakya Muni Samahito Nate Nadame Nasamatiki Chidam Pidame รัตนังพานิทังเอเทนะสัจเจนะสุวัตถิโหตุยัมบุตเสโทภาริวานัยสุจิงสมาธิมานันทาริกานิยมาหุสมาธินาเทนะสมโมนาวิจติตัมพิตาเมรัตนังพานิทังเอเทนะสัจเจนะสุวัตถิโหตุเยปุกลาอาทัสสะธัมภัสสะทาชาทาริเอธานิยกานิโหทิเตตาคิเนยสุกตาสสาวกาเอเทสุตินานิมหาภลานิอิดัมภิสังเกรัตนังพานิทังเอเทนะสัจเจนะสุวัตถิโหตุเยสุภยุตามานัสสะตาเหนะนิคามิโนโกธรรมสาสนาหิเทภาธิปัสสะอามาทังวิกายหลัตตามุทานิปุถิปุญจมานะอิดัมภิสังเกรัตนังพานิทังเอเทนะสัจเจนะสุวัตถิโหตุขีนังปุรานังนาวังนาทิสัมภวังวิราชชิตายาทิเคปวัสมิเทกินาปิจาอาวิโรหิจันดานิบันทิติรายะทายังภาติโพอิดัมภิสังเกรัตนังพานิทังเอเทนะสัจเจนะสุวัตถิโหตุเมทันชะสาปโลกาสมิงมานะสัมภาวะเยอภริมาณังอุดังอดุจติริยัญชะสัมบาดังอเวรังอาสัพพาทังทิทังชรังนิสิโนวะสยานโนวายาวัฏัสสวิกัตมิโตเอทังสัตถิงอธิเทยปราหมเมทังวิหารังอิดามาหุติทิจานุภกามสิลวะดัสเนนะสัมปันโนคาเมสุวิเนยเกตังนาหิจาทุกะปัสเสยพุนเวทีทีอิติปิโสภะคะวะอะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธวิชาจารณสัมปันโนสุขโตโลกวิทูอนุตตโรปุริสธัมมสารถิสัทธาเทวมนุสสา นังพุทโธภะคะวะทิสวะคาโตภะคะวะตาธัมโมสันติทิโกอาคาลิโกเอหิปัสสิโกโอปานายิโกปัจจตังเวทิตาโปวินยูหิภิกษุปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆอุจุปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆยายาปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆสามิจิปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆยะติดังชัตถาริปุริสายุกานิอัตถปุริสปุกะลาเอสะภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆอาหุเนโยภาหุเนโยตาคิเนโยอัญชลิคารณิโยอนุตตรังปุญญาเขตาโลกาสัตถินาทิเมสาวนางัญญังพุทโธเมสารนังวารังเอเทนะสัจจวัจเจนะสุทิเทโหตุสัพพดานาติเมสารนังอัญญังธัมโมเมสารนังวารังเอเทนะสัจจวัจเจนะสุทิเทโหตุสัพพดานาทิเมสารนังอัญญังสังโฆเมสารนังวารังเอเทนะสัจจวัจเจนะสุทิเทโหตุสัพพดาYou all know what's coming next. ไม่ใช่อาบน้ำซองน้ำ Come on.
So we need one young lady and one man, young carry the boat.
Really?
Okay.
Oh, you got that there? Okay, good, mate. You want this one instead? Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yanto bodhiyamule Sakya Seke Sabba Buddhanam Agapato Pamodati Sunakatam Sumangalam Supabhatam Suhutitam Sukhano Sumuhuto Chasuitam Brahmachari Supadakhinam Kaya Kama Vacha Kama Padakinam Padakinam Mano Kama Anidite Padakina Padakina Nikatawana Labantate Padakine Jayanto Bodhiyamule Sakyanam Nandiwadano Evam Tuvam Vijayo Vijaya Sujaya Mangale Aparajita Palanke Sise Patavipokare Abhiseke Sabba Buddhanam Agapato Pamodati Sunakatam Sumangalam Supabhatam Suhutitam Sukhano Sumuhuto Chasuitam Brahmachari Supadakhinam Kaya Kama Vacha Kama Padakinam Padakinam Mano Kama Anidite Padakina Padakina Nikatawana Labantate Padakine Jayanto Bodhiyamule Sakyanam Nandiwadano Evam Tuvam Vijayo Vijaya Sujaya Mangale Aparajita Palanke Sise Patavipokare Abhiseke Sabba Buddhanam Agapato Pamodati Sunakatam Sumangalam Supabhatam Suhutitam Sukhano Sumuhuto Chasuitam Brahmachari Supadakhinam Kaya Kama Vacha Kama Padakinam Padakinam Mano Kama Anidite Padakina Padakina Jayanto Bodhiyamole Sakyanam Nandiwadano Evam Tuvam Vijayo Hijaya Sujaya Mangale Aparajita Balanke Sise Patavipokare Abhiseke Sambhavudana Agampato Pamodati Sunakata Sumangalam Supabhatam Suhutitam Sukhano Sumuhuto Chasuitam Brahmachari Supadakinam Kaya Kamam Vacha Kamam Badakinam Mano Kamam Paridite Padakina Rikanawa Nalabantate Padakine.
Anyone I missed? Okay, excellent. So now, having given that first blessing, we're going to go on arms round in a moment. But shall we give the blessing first of all? Chai. What time is it? 10:30. Okay. Yeah, okay, yes. So we'll do the arms round now. Good idea? Thank you. I need to take a rest. My arm is very strong now, though, for all the chanting. So anyway, we'll do the arms round first, and then we can go over to the community hall. And when we get over to there, we take our food. And then for those of you who wish to come into the hall, we give the blessing there. Well, Sankirtana first?
Here?
Yeah, Sankirtana here would be good. Yeah. So Sankirtana here first of all. So can we start that? It's a nice number in here today, not too many. It was really a lot last time.
Hello. So we're going to do Sankirtana now. So to make merit for yourself and also your loved one as well, who still alive and who passed away. Thank you for everything you bring. You bring some gifts, some food, and also donate the money to help our Buddhist society and also the monk and the Bhikkhuni expense as well. So if please bow 3 times together. And then say Namo Tassa together 3 times. ขอเชิญกราบ3 ครั้งแล้วตั้งนะโม3 จบพร้อมๆกันครับ Please don't go yet, everyone. นะโมสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะ because we have Bhikkhu and Bhikkhuni together, so if you don't mind, please repeat after me. อิมานิมะยังพันเตพัตตานิสัปปะริวารานิ ภิกขุสังฆสะภิกขุณีสังฆสะโอโนชยามะสาธุโนพันเตภิกขุสังโฆภิกขุณีสังโฆอิมานิพัตตานิสัปปาริวารานิปฏิคันหาตุอัมหาการเจวะมาตาปิตุยาติกานังทีฆรตังหิตายะสุขายะ
Sadhu. Excellent. So that is dedicating whatever gifts have come today to both Sanghas, the monks and the nuns. And the Buddha said that's the highest merit you can make after the Buddha passes away. So the two Sanghas together. It's very rare you have that opportunity, but you have it here. So now if you prepare for the alms round, and then the monks and nuns will be walking there in a few moments.